Hey guys, it's Gabe. I just wanted to, I don't know, I guess rant a little bit. Not really rant, but I've got some major stresses going on here, and I just wanted to um, express them and basically send out a cry for help at this point. It's looking like there's some major roadblocks basically with my top surgery, and it's looking like the probability of me having to postpone it for a year is very high. Uh, so that's brutal. There's a couple of reasons for that. I had a ride down to Florida with a friend of mine, and he backed out a couple days ago. So at this point, I'm gonna need to fly down. If I book a ticket right now, I can get one for like $300 before tax with a seat fare, but it's also contingent on me finding the money that I need for surgery. There's a good chance I could be screwed if I book a ticket right now and then don't have the money by March 1st to actually pay for the surgery. Because then I'm out probably, I don't know, $400 or $500 travel costs. So at this point, I need to raise $2,200 with travel costs in order to get down there, and that needs to happen by March 1st. Um, Now, I sent a letter to my family in Florida recently asking them for donation, letting them know what's going on, and I haven't heard anything back from them at all on it. So whether or not they were able to donate, they were going to be the people that I asked to put me up because their winter home in Florida is about an hour away from Dr. Garamoni's office. So the silence from them has been very stressful, and I don't know if they can't put me up while I'm healing, then that means I'm also gonna have to pay hotel costs. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I can crash with them. It's just that they were also the family members who had money, and so I was kind of like, maybe I don't know, maybe they'll help me out a bit. Um, Either way, I really don't know what's going on with them, so I'm gonna call them and see what's going on and have an awkward conversation. But yeah, my friend who was gonna drive down with us might still fly down with me and put forth the money to be my chaperone, which is just amazing. And if she can afford it, and that could still happen. But basically, like, oh god, there's so many things that are contingent on other people in this process at this point that I really have no control over, and it's very stressful. Um, I had a job interview recently, and if I got that, then like at least I could put some money towards my, like, it would make such a difference. But I also can't change my name right now because if I'm flying down to Florida, I need to travel with my passport. I don't have time to get a new passport, and I would have to fly under my legal name. Um, so I worry about the same stuff happening with this job that happened with my last one, and them, basically letting me go for being trans and being unable to accommodate trans employees. So um, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen there. Um, just gotta wait and see. They're gonna contact me within a week. Um, but yeah, basically at this point, I mean, I need to find $2,200 by March 1st, and I mean, I hate being this disheartened because, like, I've raised so much. Well, not I. Like, my community has raised so much money for me at this point to get me this far, and I'm just so close. But $2,200 is a lot of money, and it means that I'm still that far away. Um, so I don't know. I've got a friend who's going to be putting on a kegger for me, so maybe, I mean, keggers can bring in a little bit of money. I might make a couple $100s on that. Um, and beyond that, I just don't know where the rest of it is going to come from. Um, if I had good credit, I could get a loan, or if my parents won't co-sign on that stuff for me. Um, I don't know. My options are very, very limited unless I don't know, unless fundraising picks up just through like my chip in and that sort of stuff. I don't know. I hate asking you guys on my YouTube if you can donate, like I hate even putting it out there sometimes because part of me feels more okay withdrawing financially from a community of cis people for the surgery, just because the power dynamics are different, and I know that asking for money from the trans community, um, like we are a pretty disenfranchised group usually, and we don't like we have trouble with jobs and transphobia, limiting what we can earn, and I know we're just not a community with a lot of money firsthand. So I don't know. I mean I'm gonna put my chip in link down in the description for this video. If any of you can spare anything at this point, I mean it would go a long way. Um, like I don't want to give up, but I mean, the probability of me getting my surgery is now looking very, very slim. Um, the reason that I would have to postpone it for a year rather than just a couple months till I raise more money is because the last week in March, which is when I'll be down there getting my surgery and healing, is the last week that my family is actually in their winter home in Florida before they come back to Ontario for the summer and spring and fall. And so I would like I would have to postpone it for a year because if they're putting me up, if that does work at all, um, then I'd have to go down when they were there, and that wouldn't be until next winter. And also, I mean, I could cancel with Garamoni and just go to Mississauga and get my surgery with McLean, but that means that I'm out $500 on my deposit for Garamoni, and that means that the surgery there is an extra $1,000, so that's an extra $1,500 that I would have to raise on top of the $2,000 that would be needed for going to Garamoni. So it just seems like a waste of like $500 of, and it is a waste of $500 of fundraised money. It feels dishonest somehow for me to cancel with that. So I don't know. I don't know. Also, I mean, postponing in a couple months, if that meant I could save up hotel costs and that sort of thing. The problem with that is that it jeopardizes my ability to heal in time to be able to do seasonal labor jobs, which seems like the only thing that I'm going to be able to get in order to save up some money to move out of this town to where there are jobs. So I don't know. I'm just totally backed into a corner, and I'm so stressed out, and I'm not sleeping well, and I just don't know how it's going to work. Like, it's not like the deadline is passed and I don't have the money. There's still a very small margin of hope. It's just that I'm just not sure how it's going to happen. I can't see how it's going to happen. So I'm feeling fairly disheartened at this point. I don't know. If any of you guys can help out or know anyone who can, um, it'd be great. But at the same time, I understand that our community doesn't have a lot of resources financially generally. Uh, so yeah, one thing that I am doing, I mean, I've got this kegger, and I am going to be starting a raffle for this really awesome gift basket that was donated to me by the Canadian Toronto-based sex store co-op Come As You Are. I'm going to put a link to their website down below because they are awesome and trans and queer friendly, and it's like this really cool box full of like condoms and lube and a dildo and a copy of Original Plumbing, and yeah, it's really, really cool, and I'm going to be raffling that off to whoever starts at this point donating. They're going to be entered into a draw for it. So tickets are, I don't know, I'll say $10, and then your name gets entered into a draw. If you start donating now, you will be entered into the draw, but I will post a follow-up video to this and show you guys the actual stuff, talk about it a little bit more. I have some other pieces of art that have been donated to me that I might raffle off too, so that might bring in a little bit of money. But if you guys are interested in that, by all means, purchase your tickets. That'll just happen by if you go to my chip-in and donate $10. Your name gets put through to me, and I just enter you into a draw and email you at whatever email you provide if you win. So yeah, let you know the deadline for that and show you the stuff in a later video. Other than that, don't really have any other fundraising like ideas at this point. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, just kind of down. Grateful as always, and also disheartened. Rough times. I don't know. Okay. Well, I hope everybody else out there is in a good space, and I will check in with you guys later.